Hi Miss Le. So now I'll be presenting to you the stress analysis and statistics that I've actually found through the data. So before that, I would like to say that I have actually cleaned the data and also filtered out the data from ages 12 to 20 years old. So that will be the age group that we'll be focusing on. So as I have written here the assumption of age group within 12 to 20 years old. So firstly, now we'll be zooming into those who are actually depressed because stress can actually cause depression. So over here, we can tell that all the graph has actually changed based on what we want to find, which is those who are depressed. We can see from here that 25 of them are mostly students and they actually earn $1 up to $10,000. I'm making this assumption because some of the students might not be financially stable due to maybe their family background, and therefore they are supposed to seek some extra income to get some extra income. So therefore they work, and most of the times at the age of 12 to 20, it is actually quite hard to multitask with both work as well as school commitments. So which is why it might be one of the factors that will lead to stress. So the next one is having a relationship between friends and also their age. We can see from here that from the age of 18 also all the way to 20 years old, most of them are actually clustered here as the older they are, the lesser friends that they have. So hence it might be one of the factors that causes them stress because even though some of them might have friends, but they would still be lonely because they do not trust their friends enough to actually pour out their own personal problems. So therefore they tend to keep everything to themselves. Or some of them might even think that there is no point of them seeking help, therefore they keep everything to themselves. So the next one, which is body weight. For body weight, two of the people are feeling depressed. 17 overweight as well as 10 underweight. So now I'll be talking about these three groups. This is because my assumption is that some of them might feel depressed because they perceive a ideal body weight or even like body shape, because nowadays there are a lot of celebrities and also Photoshop that's ongoing, which blinded the teenagers, and therefore the teenagers choose to follow what they see on the internet or even on the posters or even magazines, and therefore they will aim to be in that kind of perfect body shape, which is technically unhealthy, and this might be one of the reasons that causes them to be stressed and over time feeling depressed. The next chart we'll be looking at is you can see that the total number of friends per day. So for instance, in this date range that most of them actually do the survey on the 18th of May 2016, we can tell that there are a total of 33 people, and out of these 33 people, they actually say that uh, they have a lot of friends. And after the 23rd of May 2016, we can tell that the line graph is actually in a constant state where there's only one count per day. It means that they do not have as many friends as many friends. So the next one is total number of people in each job. So for instance, over here we can tell that the main block, the biggest block is actually the student. This means that most of them are actually made up of students who are feeling depressed. 86.67% of them are actually male and 13.33% of them are actually female. So the reason why male are actually more prone to stress is because it's actually stated in the health in in a health article that males tend to keep everything to themselves while females tend to express their feelings. So now I'll be moving on to the consequence of stress. Okay, so the next one is consequence of stress. So there are total number of 80 15.63% who attempted suicide. And if we see these people who attempted suicide, 86.67% of them were actually depressed. So we can, if we go by those people who attempted suicide because they are depressed, it might be these are the consequence of stress, which is some of them might pay for sex, which will then allow them to in a sense relieve themselves. And the next one is the total number of people who have social fear. So definitely tend when people those people who tend to be depressed will tend to have social fear, whereby they are afraid to face people because they do not want to be judged in a negative manner. And over here I actually included a picture whereby there's actually the consequence of stress, where a user um can actually see like what are the other consequences of stress that one might have. So my next one, which is getting help from stress, which is, as we can see from here, because most of them are depressed and therefore they do not want help. And the reason why my assumption is that why people do want help is because these depressed people, they feel that they are quite alone for some time already, and therefore no one could actually walk them out from this state. And so that is the reason why they choose not to seek help. Or some of them might even it's not that they don't want to seek help, but it's more of they might not know how. So I've actually included the hotline for National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, as well as Singapore hotline for for people who want to commit suicide. So this it will be easier for those who actually look at the dashboard and want to help someone or even help themselves out of this situation. And these are the symptoms that one might actually take note of, and also like some advice on how someone can actually help the other party with suicidal feelings. And these are actually in this list is actually the 8 common reasons why people choose not to seek help. Some of the reasons might be what I said earlier on, or even some of them might not want people to deem them as you as someone having mental health illness. So now I'll be moving on to prevent stress. I'll be linking prevent stress to getting help from stress. So as you can see from here, number of people with reasons on improving themselves. Okay, I'll switch this back to people who are depressed. Most of them actually either join the gym or even none. So we can see from here, for those people who written none, is that they already set their mindset that they do not want help. As you can see from here, from this part, most of them state that they don't want help. However, the other half of the 20 actually stated that they would try to go to the gym to because a form of exercise will actually keep their mind away from all the negative thoughts. And it actually over here I've put some pictures for the user to see like what are the other things that they might want to work on to have to relieve themselves from stress, or even to prevent stress even at work or in school. So this is I've come to the end of my presentation. Thank you.